the first show, which happened about a month ago, didn't go exactly as planned. We competed in both classic and bodybuilding novice, and unfortunately we didn't place in either one. We got the judges' feedback, and from the pictures against the other competitors as well, it was quite clear that we just simply wasn't lean enough. So conditioning was the main thing. Overall, it was a very enjoyable experience, kind of getting the first time with jitters out of the way. There were things I expected, things that also surprised me. One of the things that surprised me a lot was how much waiting around there was. I remember I was kind of just waiting to go on stage, and logistically it was a bit awkward because I was stressed because I'm just waiting around and I just want to get it over and done with. But at the same time, I was just there doing nothing, so I shouldn't be stressed, but I am. But this time around, I know what to expect more, so hopefully we'll get better results this second time round. Between the first and the second show, there's 4 weeks, and the second show we're now 3 days out. What we've done is conditioning. So we've dug a lot deeper. Food has dropped to, I would call, inhumane amounts in an attempt to dig into conditioning in a very short amount of time. For reference, the lowest I got in body weight before the first show was 78.1. This time round, the lowest I got to was 73. So I've lost another 5 kilos from the first show, technically, before the carb up. I would hope that conditioning has improved to an extent where it's not as big of an Achilles heel as it was in my first show. Well, that's the plan at least. We'll see how that goes. But these 4 weeks have probably been one of the 4 of the toughest in my life, where I was on 1,200 and 1,000 calories on training day and rest days respectively, whilst doing 2 hours of cardio a day. So that's what we've done between the first and the second show. We'll see whether the judges think that's enough or not. But yeah, for now, it will have to do.
I'm done.
So a couple of things I like to do personally when I'm doing lat pull downs to kind of to feel it more in the lat is 2 things. One, I like my grip to be like this, so my thumb's over it as well. So instead of holding it like this, I hold it like this. I just get a better connection with it. So if you're struggling with it, you can try that out. The second thing is whenever I train lats, I keep my elbows tucked in as close to my torso as possible, so I don't flare them too close. I just get a better squeeze, better stretch as well. So that's the second thing. And you see me when I'm doing these close grip pull downs, when I'm trying to bias my lats, I am doing this grip and keeping my elbows really tucked as well. It's one thing over the years I found really helped me, so do it if you're struggling with it. Got one thing. The third thing is imagine bringing your elbows into your pockets. Weird, I know. Works for me. Try it if you want. Maybe it'll work for you too. But yeah, those are the 3 things on my lat pull downs that I like to think about when I'm doing it, if I still have the mental capacity to think that. So yeah.
Hello, baby, please don't break my heart. Be my peace of mind. Be my wasted time. Hello, baby, getting sick of you. Think I'll break your heart. Be your
So this time round, what we're going for is redemption. Redemption not in the form of placings or trophies necessarily. Now, hear me out. I know it sounds a little bit backwards. Obviously, I'm not going to lie. If I come away with the trophy, I'm going to be absolutely over the moon. One thing I've learned along this journey is that success comes in many forms. This time around, redemption for me, and I use the word redemption because first time round, the first outing, I don't think we brought a competitive package. Don't get me wrong, I think we looked decent. But in terms of conditioning, I don't think we were anywhere near being competitive against the other people on stage. So redemption for me this time would be to bring something a lot more competitive. Now, the harsh reality of bodybuilding is you never know who's going to turn up your show. You see it all the time. You can see one show where someone places and they look decent, whereas in another show, someone looks ungodly, absolutely insane, and they come third. It all depends on the day, who competes, who peaks well, you know, whether you've got a really high quality competitor who at the same time turns up falling dry or not. For me, redeeming myself this time around is just I want to not only beat myself in my first outing, I want to actually present a physique that I can stand there against other people and people can look at me and go, okay, he's got a competitive physique. He is in the conversation here. Essentially, I don't want to look out of place. That, to me, would be redeeming myself. I want to feel like, essentially, I belong. And that's the other thing with the first show, because I missed the mock and conditioning. I've got a really big time, I've got imposter syndrome. Not because I haven't been living and training like a bodybuilder. I have. And I've gone through prep, which is really hard for me, but it's more so because I missed the mock and conditioning. I felt like an imposter out there against other people. So this time round, I want to feel like, I want to get a sense of belonging. That's what I'm aiming for. And if I get that and I present something competitive, I would say I've redeemed myself. That, to me, is what I'm looking for. Redemption.
It ain't nothing like a fist full of cash or a bliss full of the hash that twists like a mustache from end to end, spread it like a rash from talking through your Walkman or at your disco bash. Give me the Tim's Rumpelstiltskin brown, a metal face mask with the built-in frown, a mic to tilt down 100,000 pounds and see how kilts sound like spilt milk clown. Cocoa butter on a very ashy day, fam. Ray-Bans out on the islands of Cayman. Or I break it down for the layman. Band-Aid Soleil for the Central Pay. And a can of old gold, too cold to hold, slow your roll. Keep on moving like soul to soul, hold the dough. Like a fool stole pity, y'all, for trying to go up against City Hall Titty Ball. The black mic is like a red violin. Okay, everybody back to the lab, try again. Rap game like Leviathan, leave bad taste, killing my high like niacin. Stop kidding, middlemen need Ritalin. Hit me with the full tin and gin and I'm a kid again. Keep the bong lighting straight through the songwriting. The supervillain, aka the thong biting, is inviting all to the reciting that's dope and raw. Hoping all y'all come in peace and it's open ball. Tear the roof off this bumble rise clock by the end of the night. Spaz like shot spot. I spilt a shot, made the pen lines runny. A ill plot to 10 times Ben Stein money. Funny how he ripped the scripts with a straight face, with more rhymes than his lines in your database. Placing rappers in endangerment who's reckless with this food for thought, sorta like breakfast. You could mark it off as wreck on the checklist. Wear gold fronts, can't afford no necklace. Should that 10 could go to help build them daycares? Somebody say yeah, pay your fears. Get the herbalizers their shares, and y'all can pay doom and beers.
Came to the shores of America, the sky that's a pillar, the alpha and omega, and the home of the beggars, the black settlers, who've been beaten, raped, lynched, robbed, and stoned, and called them on the earth for service that they couldn't maintain at home. This dates back to 1555, when they captured the first tribe of men, and piled them in a pen, 50 feet high, and took them all on the 9,000-mile ride, and landed on the shore of a place they never seen before. We read about this inside the ancient books of war. Bondage and stainless steel, stripped of their language, still survive the angles of slavery, but still remain nameless. Separated to portions and chick.
How are we feeling?
Was it 2 days out?
Yeah, 3 days. I'm feeling like I can absolutely scrum like 10 squares bars right now, but yeah, it's all right. Posing needs a little bit of practice. One thing about being on ridiculously low calories is I just, completely honest, I just couldn't be asked to do a lot of posing practice. When I'm having 1,000 calories and doing 2 hours of cardio, the last thing I want is to get naked and tense for like 10 minutes straight, half an hour straight. So, to be completely honest, I'll practice a little bit, but I've done it so many times in my first 17 and a half weeks. It'll come back really easily. And now that I'm carving up and I have a bit more energy, I'll do a lot more of that as well. So posing wise, not there yet, but feeling confident. Physique wise, look, it's always going to be the case where you can always be better. Compared to my first show, I think there's been a big difference. Well, at least I would hope, or else 4 weeks of being on like 1,200 and 1,000 calories has just gone for nothing.
Mate, that's in the best. That's in the best. I'll be honest. Filming this, I can see in the best, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. You're doing good.
That's good. Yeah, so physique-wise, I think we've definitely made very visible improvements. So on that side of things, I'm very content with the progress we've been able to achieve. Nerves-wise, it's a bit weird because for the first show I was nervous and excited for it with like adrenaline and all that lot because I didn't know what to expect, and it was my first ever show. Whereas this time round, I've done it once before. I know exactly the rundown, what to expect, what to do, what not to do. It's a bit of a weird one because you know how people say like, oh, it's the same signals whether you're nervous or whether you're excited. It's the exact same for me here because naturally I know what to expect. I'm not as nervous for the second time round, but that also means that I'm not as excited, which I feel almost as if wrong because I've been prepping this for like 22 weeks now. I should be excited for it and I'm trying to be, but the nature of it is because the only comparison I can compare it to is against the first show, and for that one I was crazy excited because I was nervous as well. So I'm just kind of like on like autopilot cruise control at the moment. I'm sure when I actually get the train up to Birmingham I'll be a lot more excited than I am now, but at the moment I just want to get it over and done with and then eat my fucking dim sum and all you can eat sushi. So that's how I'm feeling right now. That pretty much covers it. I'm hungry, but I guess I'm eating like an extra 600 carbs today, so I shouldn't be hungry, but my hunger hormones are all messed up anyway, so yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'll check in with you in 3 days on show day. Actually in 2 days, because the day before show as well. So yeah, I'll see you all in a bit.